What's going on, YouTube? Back in the garage again. In this video we're going to actually finish the hood on the OBS project. Now I got some real old primer. I'm going to try to use it. I don't know if it's going to work but yeah, we'll try using the old primer. I got a bunch of body work I gotta finish up on it. I gotta sand the whole hoods yet with 320, but my goal for today is just to get the hood finished. If time is on my side, maybe I can start something else. I highly doubt it. I don't even think I have enough newspaper right now to finish the to paper it off to spray, so I'm gonna have to hunt down some newspaper. But like I said, I'm trying to do this super cheap, so I'm going to utilize everything I got. If this primer does not end up being good, I'm going to end up having to basically 320 the whole thing and get different primer and hit it again. We'll see how it all turns out. But yeah, if you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to be putting out a bunch of videos on this truck. It's just basically a work truck that I'm just going to fix up and make it look somewhat decent. Nothing spectacular. I'm going to end up painting it with Rust-Oleum turbo spray cans. Seen on TikTok that people are using that and getting pretty good results. I am not looking for a showroom quality paint job using this, but from like 4 foot away it should look pretty decent. Or not 4 foot, a little bit farther than that, but just basically so it's not such an eyesore. But anyway, let's just jump right into it and get this hood finished. Alright, so where I left off yesterday, fix this dent right here with a thin coat of filler. I got another dent right here I gotta do today. I got some more feathering out to do around the edges. Then I'm going to hit the whole thing with 320 grit. Then after that, the hood will be ready for primer. Then I was going to start with the passenger bedside. I might still. We'll see. I might change things and move to the driver fender. I don't know. We'll see how I feel when the time comes. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start hopping on this hood and get that done. Now, the reason I put tape on that line is so I don't have filler going onto the body line. It's just more of a pain in the ass to sand that out, and plus get the line nice and straight. So put a piece of tape there, protects it. I just gotta make sure you sand kind of like almost a little past it, so no matter what, the filler will have something to stick to, and it's sanded with 80 grit sandpaper. Come back once I get the rest of the clear coat sanded down that I wanted with 120 or 180. I don't know. I think it's 120. And after I get the filler all sanded down, come back and I'll give you guys an update. Alright guys, I got the hood all finalized. As far as I'm going to take it, the hood's ready for primer. So I think I'm going to put that in primer right now. Then after that, I'm going to move on to the driver's side fender, which doesn't need much, so it shouldn't take me that long. But for right now, I want to get this in primer, just in case something comes up and I have to stop. At least I know this is all in primer, and then I can just get up and leave. So pick up after I have this all taped off, degreased, and ready for me to spray some primer. Alright YouTube, I got the hood all taped off. Basically what I did is I back taped around the whole hood. I didn't make a hard line, I kind of like back taped it and rolled it so it's like more of a soft edge. Then I overlaid with newspaper. Now when I spray primer, I'm going to be spraying it at a lower pressure, so I'm creating less overspray. But before I do that, I'm going to take my, it's already degreased, I'm going to take my tack cloth and tack it all off if I can ever get this separated. Whenever you use this tack cloth, you don't want to use it as a big solid piece, you want it fluffy. Stuff does not want to come apart. Okay, you want to take your tack cloth apart, then you want to make it soft, fluffy like that, then lightly go over the surface with your tack cloth. Alright, at this point I'm going to be ready to spray some primer. I'm using a Rust-Oleum high build primer. It's pre-mixed. You just have to stir it up and pour it in the gun. Now, to spray this, you want to be around 20 to 30 psi. I'm going to be more around 20. Just so it creates less overspray. Now, the hood right now is nice and warm, so the primer's drying really fast. So, go right ahead. First coat I did a quick pass. Now, second coat I'm going to lay it on, try to lay it on a little thicker. Now I got a little breeze, so it's going to make it a little harder. I think the primer that I had on the shelf for 6 years or something, I think it went bad. It's not spraying very well. Very nice. But whatever. Still gonna use it. Now I still have to deck it out and everything, as long as it's still primer over there, I don't care. That's all the primer I got. That was the whole, I think it was a quart. It was quart of primer that was pre-mixed up. Yeah, there was something definitely wrong with it. But like I said, it's still primer at the end of the day. It'll just dry up, and I'll put a tracer coat on it and ultimately sand it out. So right now I'm gonna let that flash. And once it's flashed, I'll put a tracer coat on it. Gonna hide some of my lines of ugliness, but right now I gotta clean this gun out. Alright, the hood's all primered. Even got a guide coat on it. Now this primer, it's been sitting on my shelf for, it's been sitting on there for about probably 3, maybe 4 years, so it was starting to go bad, but I mixed it really good, so still able to use it. I ended up using the whole can of primer on the hood. So I'm probably not going to use that again. I'm probably going to use spray bomb. I'm probably going to use that instead, just because it's a little bit more manageable. Plus, this is the only spot area on the truck that I probably would be priming the whole damn thing. If something else happens that I have to prime more, I'll just go get a big can like that again and just use it. But this stuff dries really, really fast. It says in like 1 hour it's sandable. In 20 minutes, which has been past 20 minutes, it is dried at a touch. Now you can feel that it's still vaping off, I would say, or doing its thing. All right, you guys. Yeah. So that primer that I've had on my shelf for 3-4 years. It was a brand new can. Never opened it. it was bad. I'm probably gonna have to sand down the hood all over again and get some new primer and do it again. I tried sanding, deck sanding it just a little bit. It was just junk. It might turn out if I let it sit overnight and try sanding it tomorrow. We'll see. But I have a good feeling I'm gonna have to hit the whole hood with 320, sand down the whole hood again, get all that primer off, and hit it with some other primer. But it is what it is, you know. But anyway, hopefully the whole truck doesn't fight me like this. Yes, I did run out of paper, so I had to find some old newspaper so I can mask it off. And just little odds and ends here and there just held me up, so I wasn't able to get any farther than just the hood today. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm in no rush to get this done. This is supposed to be cheap, easy, quick job. Well, quick. It's gonna end up taking me a lot longer, evidently, but especially if I want to make it look decent. So yeah, well, it is what it is. So if you wanted to follow this build, please like and subscribe, hit that notification button. I would greatly appreciate it. Till next time, take it easy.